it's going to be really hard for VP to contest those stacks because they don't really have a hero who would be able to kill it around a typical Drow lineup anyway. So I think that Burden are still in a slightly better spot than in the last series we saw Empire were.
At the same time though, I think Gyro and Wisp are really squishy. So when it comes to like this mid-game skirmishes into team fights, I think they just might blow up instantly from birds or draw damage.
Yeah, that's possible as well.
So it's like, it's hard to say, but lanes are definitely gonna be better this time around, I think. So...
Noticeable bans as well from either side. VP Polar, they take away the Chen that we see both MyNuts and Come With Me having, well, they have a lot of success on. The Sing Sing Mirana's bans out. Obviously, the Sing Sing PL as well is also taken away from the side of Burden. Burden themselves, they ban out a few of G's big heroes. They take away his Quap, and they also take away his Leshrac, which was pretty scary in the last series.
There's still a Puck in the pool, though. I think Puck is insanely good for VP here.
Could Burden actually take it away from them, though?
They could. It's all around, like...
I think it's actually still good for them.
Yeah.
Now, they'd have to put it either mid, which I think would do okay, and then maybe go with more of like a safe lane gyro instead. Or they could put it maybe a 1v1 and then pick like a strong duel off. But again, it depends on what VP are going to do. It's kind of hard to anticipate lanes this early.
Clock is fine as well. It's a good pick to just lock down the draw.
Yeah, they want their gap closer.
Again, VP Polar keeping with the same lineup as they have done. And previous matches where they've run this, and the Clockwork, a very stable and solid pick there for Burden United. It's arguably one of the heroes that we've seen Paris pick up pretty much the most in this league play.
I think he's gonna have a bad time in this game though.
Reckon?
Yeah.
It's not that good against
the
Rubik
Rubik
support.
lifts you out of the cogs as soon as you use them, and then you're just screwed.
Then you are indeed.
And not in a good way. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I think during the mid game it's all right though. Like they needed something that would be able to gap close for the team because as of right now they have nothing. And I think that's also another reason why Empire had such a hard time coming back in the game that we saw them play against VP because there was nothing to just start the fight. The Clockwork kind of gives you that hard initiation that you really need. And also the synergy behind that and the gyrocopter is very good. So for whatever reason, if the Rubik has used his lift in a team fight in a full like 5-on-5, which I don't think is too out of the ordinary here for either team, because VP are eventually going to group to push. You can just wait to see a lift and then go in. It's not really that hard.
PA is going to be picked up here for the side of Burden United, and I'd imagine it is going to be, I guess it's going to be the Sing Sing PA now. I'd imagine that they'll put the Sing Sing PA and the IO in the mid lane and leave Necro on the safe lane gyrocopter. I'm kind of seeing with this lineup.
Yeah. It might even be a support gyro at this point.
It's actually super annoying to play against as any ranged hero who doesn't have an escape because you just get harassed nonstop. Like you have infinite daggers, and you can also use your Blink Strike to guarantee tether, which can kind of make the Rubik or Visage sit mid. And Visage is not really that good against PA during mid game because usually Drow lineups are very heavily based around one type of damage. It was very rare to see a Timber partner with it last game, which 8mother was saying it was great because it mixed up their damage type, so that way you can't just buy like mass armor and be safe. But PA normally functions very well against these types of lineups. Oh, they pick Wind Ranger, wow.
That's
okay, so that's
super good with your aura. You can just rush up the Aghanims with a Blink Dagger and you do so much damage.
He can go like Aghanims, like BKB, MKB or something like that.
He doesn't really need damage items because you get about 60 damage for free at like 20 minutes. So
yeah, I like that pick.
It's super good.
And I imagine obviously that probably is going to be G Wind Ranger, so in the mid lane. And if it is going to be the PA there with the IO, obviously with the shackle shots, you've got to be careful when there's two of you in the mid lane.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to like do anything off shackles though in mid because most of the time the Wisp is going to be sitting on his high ground and then the PA is going to be just like tossing out daggers casually, so it's very hard to just go for like a kill per se. You'd have to rotate two heroes and it's not even a guarantee because the PA can just blink to the Wisp and the Wisp should never be that far up anyway.
Yeah, I think it goes both ways though, because like Wind Ranger can't really go on them and they can't really go on Wind Ranger.
It's just really stale lane.
It's gonna be like farming. I think Wind Ranger is gonna have an edge in farming because he has so much damage with the draw aura.
Yeah.
Final ban for the side of Burden United. They do take away that puck.
That was really good.
We know that Phobos his puck is pretty legit, and he could very easily run that on his solo lane on the side.
They can still pick some kind of bursty hero for VP as the last pick. They still need their offlaner. So, I mean, I wouldn't even hate to see Timber again against these heroes. I think it's a little bit worse because of Clock. I think that's really frustrating for the Timber to play against. But other than that, he smashes PA and Wisp, like just obliterates them if you catch him out.
Yeah, I think the lane is just too bad because of Gyro. He's just gonna zone you with Barrage and you're not gonna be able to do anything. And he's just gonna be one-on-one basically.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's the main problem with him right now. Maybe even just go for a Tide or something that just tempo controls like the team fights. Or what else is there?
We're seeing at the moment the final ban for VP. They're going to take away the Dazzle. Would have been very nice, of course, with heroes like the PA who do like to go for that very YOLO kind of fighting style in the mid game.
The Weave is amazing against VP's lineup as well.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Final pickup for the side of Burden. They do still need that support, and it is going to be arguably someone that's going to have to be with the Gyro and potentially 2-1-2 lanes if Burden United do run that PA IO in the mid lane. And, okay, maybe not, because it's going to be the Enchantress. They're going to go jungle with that, and it's looking to be a rather greedy lineup here from the side of Burden.
I kind of like it though. Yeah. It's kind of what I was saying in the previous game is sometimes you know you're just not going to win the lanes, so what you do is you focus on trying to play as greedy as possible and make VP do something in the early game as opposed to just sitting there and also free farming. So if you have an Enchantress, she's going to farm faster than anything on the side of VP in the woods. Even if you're getting chain pulls, you're just not going to keep up. And then during mid game you have another hero who offers a substantial amount of DPS. And plus, it can be really good against Wind Ranger in the late game. If you manage to farm up MKB, you can actually just crush that thing. So I think it's actually really solid.
And the final pick is going to be Phobos Phoenix. Works obviously very nicely with the full range strat they've got with the Drow Ranger Aura. And I guess in terms of taking down the Supernova, they've got the IO to boost the attack speed, but he's not going to be wanting to hang near the Supernova. There could be potentials for some big one-way combos coming out from the side of VP in these team fights.
Sure, I think I favor VP's draft a lot. They don't really have a lot of pressure, and they have a very well-rounded draft with the pickups from the Wind Ranger. Like, if she gets Blink Axe, she can kill anyone alone.
Yeah.
And they just have the Phoenix for team fights, so it's very well-rounded draft in my opinion.
I think it's VP favored, but I don't know if it's like hugely lopsided.
No, exactly. It's just...
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, here with the first game of this two-game series between the side of Burden United and VP. As we were talking about earlier, I think we worked it out to be the fact that out of these 6 games that Burden United are going to play, they need to win 1 if they want to draw bottom, but if they win 2, they're guaranteed to go through to the DreamHack LAN finals. So let's see if they're going to be able to take them. They've got some hard opponents. We've obviously got them up against VP, and then I believe the other matches are up against Empire and Na'Vi. So I guess it depends what your opinion of the teams are at the moment. I'd say this is going to be one of their hardest series.
Yeah, VP has been playing really well. I mean, they're #1 right now in the standings, so definitely the team to beat. And I think if Burden even take a game off them, they'll feel pretty confident going through the rest of the day, being able to take at least 1 more game.
They've been suddenly looking very strong, so... And this is their element, like draw visage. So if you beat this, you're doing really well, I'd say.
Absolutely, and as you've just heard there, we've got both Drasko and 8mother joining me on the panel today. And let's get ourselves familiarized with the team. 8mother, give us a rundown of VP.
Alright, on the Wind Ranger mid, on the Rubik, we have FNG. On the mid lane Wind Ranger, we got God. On the Visage, we got Lil. On the Draw Ranger, we got Illidan Stormrage. And on the Phoenix, we got DK Phobos.
Okay, and Drasko, what are we seeing from the Radiant side?
Necroman handling his gyrocopter here. We're going to see Come With Me playing Enchantress. We're going to have Minuts playing the Wisp. Sing. He's going to be dual laning with him on the Phantom Assassin. And then we're going to have Solkshka, aka Paris, playing on the Clockwork.
Okay, so going into this laning stage of the game, do VP have the same advantage as they did in the first game, or do you feel that they're a little bit weaker against Burden's lineup this time?
I think the mid game is going to be more of a decider for Burden in this game. Like, they can play it kind of greedy. They have a decent matchup in bottom lane because Necroman doesn't need to harass with auto attacks. He can go for Rocket Barrage. Like, both off lanes I think are going to lose. Middle lane might be slightly favored for VP just in the sense that G can farm by himself. Like, Wind Run and having Drow Aura on top of that makes him more or less immortal. But I think Burden are relying more on mid game than lanes.
Okay, and 8mother, in terms of kind of big turning points, would you agree the mid game is going to be where this match will be decided between these two sides?
Yeah, it's going to be decided a lot around Roshan. Like, the Roshan fight is going to be huge, as well as like how you play around the relocates. And like, if you're unaware or not ready for it, the PA could easily get like an ultra kill with a relocate. No problem.
I think people underestimate how good Wisp PA can be.
Yeah,
you take so little damage with overcharge, and you just have infinite chase potential.
Yeah, I mean, VP still has a lot of burst with the Visage and the Phoenix, and Wind Ranger, of course, as well. So if the Wisp is not careful, he's just gonna get zapped and he's dead.
Yeah.
Obviously, with this Enchantress we're seeing from the side of Birdie United, we know that Come With Me, he does like to get himself the Chen. It wasn't available, so opting for the Enchantress. How does it differ in terms of playstyle? Are we going to see him play more passively in terms of farming up because he needs to transition better into late game? Or can we expect to see a lot of action from Come With Me this game?
I'd say it's a bit more active role.
Okay.
Yeah.
But considering there's a Wind Ranger in mid and you don't really have any stun or like root, it's going to be really hard to gank that lane. So he's going to be... like, he has to play around the bottom lane, but he has the leap on the Phoenix as well. So...
I think you can still potentially smoke behind the tower and kill the Phoenix.
You have to make him jump into you, kind of.
Yeah, it's not impossible, but it is difficult.
Yeah, exactly.
I think like the pick Wind Ranger that they had mid was actually amazing because it not only prevents them from being able to get a jungler who can actually gank mid, and then also a hero that can win a 1v2.
Yeah.
Which right now, I mean, 16 and 6, or excuse me, 15 and 3 for the Wind Ranger in middle lane. And Sting has only got 11 creep kills and 0 denies, so...
It's mostly down to the draw aura, though.
Yeah, of course.
And the animation is just insane on Wind Ranger, so... Very, very good draft, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the laning stage as a whole in terms of CS, the side lane is going fairly even. The biggest difference, as you were saying here, between G and Sing Sing, with the advantage going to the Wind Ranger. But I guess you're going to need bigger than just a little lane advantage for VP because you're playing against a side that has got this Enchantress.
Yeah, of course. I think the PA Clockwork Gyro synergy is insane as well. Because the Clockwork normally with melee heroes is kind of clunky because you need to wait to let the PA or the melee hero into cogs, but you also have Blink Strike, so you can just be in and out of the fight non-stop. And I still feel if the PA gets too farmed, VP will just lose to that hero alone. Like the Wind Ranger is going to have to carry a lot of weight if Sing gets out of control.
Phobos getting himself very low there to the flat cannon shots. Will have to back himself right up to the base. And Birdie United looking for a smoke towards the mid lane. They're going to try and make something happen here against G. But it's going to be very hard at the moment with just a Centaur and a Wildwing Ripper. Maybe they continue to wrap around towards the top lane. The 4-minute rune is going to be up very shortly, and maybe they can look to fight around that. VP, they've got the Rubik and the Visage heading towards it. This could be our first engagement. It's going to be double damage. It's going to be saved. No, it's going to be picked up by FNG, who's now going to lift up Minus. There's going to be a dagger flying through. Minus getting low, and that's going to be a first blood as Lil brings down the IO. Is anyone else going to die here? They're looking to try and get the return kill onto Lil, but with the Soul Assumption, Lil gets a double kill. They do kill the Visage, but again, Lil having an incredible start to this game on the Visage.
He even bought before he died. He has Tranquils 4 minutes in. What a player. Level 3 already.
Yeah, it's kind of like same as last game.
I don't understand how he even got another kill, like what?
My Enchantress has like 473 HP.
Yeah, but he got the Nature's Attendance off before he died. I'm just surprised he ended up getting that low in the first place. That was really bizarre. Because Come With Me came into that fight with full health, right?
But he did like 300 damage with a nuke.
Yeah, okay.
So it's like, it's not enough to heal. This is really good for Clockwork though. His recovery is huge from this. You can actually be on the lane, get level 4 almost. He was level 1 for a really long time.
Oh, FNG's got the lift onto Minus with the Fade Out as well. The power shot, the shackle shot will not latch, but it doesn't matter. The damage is there to bring down Minus on IO. That's going to be another kill there for the side of VP Polar.
He kind of warded pretty obviously there, though. Maybe they get de-warded from FNG.
He's waiting for FNG here. Clockwork.
Clockwork is looking for a wraparound. He's going to try and find something here. 2 points in the battery
him,
assault.
no.
He's going to get close and personal. He's going to try and get the cogs down. G is there as well. He's going to go for an FNG. The telekinesis and the power shot hitting onto Paris. He's been dragged out of the cogs. He will go down as a final right click of FNG. Can Birdie United find anything in return? FNG's going to try and TP out. It won't make it. Does lose his life there to the Enchantress. And it is a 1-for-1 trade there between the sides.
I guess it ended up being still slightly favored for VP. Like getting the kill credit on the offlaner as opposed to just a Rubik. I'm really surprised he opted to go on that so hard though. Maybe he just thought that the backup from his team was going to be a little bit faster. He might have been able to get that kill.
I think he could have had a good time on top lane, since he knew Rubik was mid.
Yeah.
Now he has ulti and draw.
God, their farm is insane. Like 38 and 36 creep kills.
Yeah,
6 minutes in.
This is scary.
Illidan has been totally undisturbed. I mean, so's Necroman, but the CS just hasn't been there. Now falling behind this Drow Ranger. And the mid lane, the difference getting bigger and bigger. G with about a 10 CS advantage against Sing Sing on this PA. Phobos trying to see what he can find now from this lane. He's level 4 at the moment compared to Paris on the Clockwork. What's the difference here between the off lane as well? Yes, it's a level difference. So Phobos is having a slightly better time than the Clockwork at the moment.
Well, he's also seen that Come With Me has been sitting mid a lot, and so is the Wisp. So there's not really a whole lot of pressure on him down here. He can kind of just freely soak EXP. But I still feel that's advantageous towards VP's draft more than anything else. Like the way they've laned it makes it very difficult for Burden to kind of sit still. Just seems like the common theme for Drow lineups.
Top lane, we're going to see an attempted wraparound here from FNG. They're going to try and catch out Paris. Paris, he's got to be very careful. FNG doesn't want to commit to it here. He's just going to hang about. He has got that Dire Observer Ward placed down in between the Tier 1 and the Tier 2. So just making sure, maybe waiting to see if there's going to be any TPs coming in before making the jump as the push. Now coming in from VP on this top lane. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is what's going to allow them to dive the tower. Paris, he needs to be very careful here. They're making a beeline straight for him. They've got the telekinesis. Illidan and Lil are going to be there. They'll drop down the cogs on the battery assault. It's not going to be enough with the Fade Bolt and Soul Assumption burst damage. They'll find themselves a kill. Necroman is here indeed with the cooldown onto Illidan. Maybe he can find a return kill onto the Drow Ranger. The tower will go low, but Illidan, he doesn't want to stick around for that. He's just trying to get himself the hell out of there. They do lose Visage here. Sing Sing rotates in from the PA. Necroman is looking for this kill desperately. Has he got the speed to do so? He's got the phase boost. Will get in close and personal. One more hit will do it. Does find the kill. Now a TP coming in from G. Finds... Oh, the shackle shot doesn't connect. Wow. We see a lot of crazy shackle shots, but that kind of worked in the opposite way. G very unlucky there to not latch on into anything.
That was a huge rotation. Like, yeah, he got the draw kill and he denied the tower.
Yeah,
that was insane.
I don't know. I'm surprised he was able to get that kill in the first place. Like, he chased for so long.
Yeah,
he chased from their Tier 1 all the way under their Tier 1 and got away. Like, that does not happen very often in these games.
I'm surprised G didn't go for the ulti at level 6.
Phobos is going very aggressively onto Paris, burning him down. And, just keeping each other low. He has got the Tranquil, so he can afford to be a little bit more aggressive.
Oh, he's level 6,
Paris.
man.
Yeah, doesn't the mana though.
I think they just want to prioritize getting Sakshi's ulti. It's really important for them to have hookshot.
Yeah, definitely.
Tread's now completed on Come With Me as well. On the Enchantress as well, his progression is level 5, nearly touching on to the level 6. He's been able to make quite a bit happen. 3 assists, 1 kill so far on this end. She's been involved in 4 of the 5 kills, 9 minutes in. But still 5 for 5 on the board. Who do you feel this is kind of favouring more, this kind of Palais style that's coming out from both sides at this point in the early game?
I think it's actually okay for both teams.
Yeah.
Like, the thing with Drow Visage is you still want to function primarily in the mid game, but winning your lanes is kind of like icing on the cake, right?
Yeah.
But Burden are pretty much all based around mid game. So if the PA has a couple of good team fights and the Gyro get ahead, it's going to be a nightmare for VP to fight into that, because the PA is one of those heroes that snowballs incredibly well against Visage, Rubik's, like Drows especially. You don't have a way to run. Like, if you take the fight and the PA is chasing you down with a Wisp, he's going to kill all of you. So you need to make sure that if you're VP, you do not give away anything big.
Sing Sing is going for the Battle Fury here as well. He's bought off the Perseverance.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
I thought he might go standard like Dominator and just try to fight. Or maybe drums or something.
Aquila drums. He's going to be pretty squishy. He's just going to blow up. If
Come with me. He's smoked up here in the top lane. Does have the Troll Summoner who'll find the trap here onto Lil, but Lil getting the birds into position. Come with me. The Soul Assumption is going to bring him down. It's a very unsuccessful gank there for the side of Burden United. Paris came in as well. Won't be able to find anything as he backs himself off, and maybe we'll be in trouble as a Fade Bolt comes through with the familiar stuns. Do they have the damage to bring down Paris? They're going to continue to chase, but Minus is there with the backup. Come with me, coming into lane, and that Soul Assumption, Lil on this Visage yet again, proving to be a massive issue. And it is indeed a 2-game series, and if it continues to go like this, you've got to consider it. You've really got to consider that Visage in the draft, because if you don't deal with him, he's going to get out of control.
I don't know if it's ban-worthy against all teams, but VP, I think it's first ban-worthy.
Yeah.
Because they play around the lineup very well. So, I don't know. It always seems like FNG manages to not make any weak lane whenever he drafts the hero. So that's kind of the scary part.
Yeah.
I mean, if against Burden, who have like Clockwork, PA, Enchantress, Gyro, like a bunch of fighting heroes, they're still having a really hard time finding openings.
This is going to be very nice as well for VP here. Illidan's found himself with double damage and has got that mask. So
that actually hurts so bad for Burden. Like, getting that Roshan, no contention at all. Like, they don't even know he's doing it. Like, he's going to get, what, like 2 levels off this? No, almost.
Very close to level 10. This is looking pretty scary. Illidan's Storm Rage now, second on the net worth. Top of the net worth still at the moment is G, because he's just been farming up fantastically here in the mid lane for the entirety of the game so far.
Problem is this clock pick, like, you pick it so early, so they just counter pick it with the Rubik.
I think they would have picked Rubik anyway.
Yeah, maybe, but it's like, he's gonna have a really bad time in lane. It's inevitable if you don't like dodge the lanes and put Clock versus Phoenix, but even then he has a bad time.
He's found level 6 now.
So it's like, yeah, he has hookshot now, but
yeah,
he has to do a lot. Like the pressure is on him to do a lot with this hookshot now. They're getting close to the reload. He's still 4 on Wisp. He's not been able to find much either.
Have they been stacking at all? I guess not. The only person who can clear it is the Gyro, right? And the Enchantress kind of needs to take the creeps anyway for ganking, so there's not really too much greed coming out here from Burden.
Not even stacking Ancients at this point.
I don't know, maybe if the PA can get the Battle Fury, maybe gets like 5-10 minutes of farm, they could maybe turn it.
The Shackle.
Oh, the Shackle onto Sing Sing. Is there any follow-up? It's
not
going to
gonna
be a
come
few
in.
hits in now. Sing Sing actually jumps in as Paris hook shots and, well, Paris will
was trying to jump back, but he hookshot
the
in.
stuff in and well Visage on the back lines. Lil with the rotation did find the kill onto Sing Sing. Necroman's going in here with the cooldown, brings FNG and G low. Now the Supernova from the side of VP. Paris, he tries to go for it, but he's already dead. It's a double kill for Lil. Triple kill for Necroman, though, as this Gyro is absolutely cleaning up. And now Sing Sing looking to find more here onto G, and they'll find it. It's going to be a 4-for-2 trade there, favouring the side of Burden United. What a fight for them, and heavy impact being felt there by the Gyrocopter.
Sing bought back for that, though. That's really weird.
Did he?
Yeah, he bought back and killed G.
Did he die?
Yeah, he died. Look.
Yeah, Visage wrapped round when he was retreating.
Yeah, that's why Lil was by the tier 1, because he wrapped around and got a kill.
Then it's not as good as it looked.
Yeah.
Rubik actually stole a hookshot, but he couldn't use it. I think he missed.
That's a pretty awkward spell for Rubik to steal, to be honest.
It was like 100 HP, was like, I need to hookshot in or die. It's like, I'm gonna do both at the same time. But that Gyro did work there. He even killed the egg at the end.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
I guess it's that level 1 egg. It's, I mean, how many hits? It's not
5
a lot.
hits.
5 hits.
Yeah.
Easily doable if you've got a couple there about. And Paris, again, getting caught out by Lil and FNG. And this is going to be a very fun Visage once more. Medallion, 1200 gold, there's your point booster, 13 minutes in. I wouldn't be surprised if by 19 minutes, again, we see this guy with a completed Aghanim Scepter at this progress.
The thing with this hero is it's designed to get the last hits on the hero kills with the soul assumption.
Sing Sing is going to be found out here by FNG and Lil. He'll do a little bit of a cheeky blink there towards the eye, but he's getting caught out by the Fade, but they've got the Familiar Stuns as well, and with the soul assumption bringing him below the Tether, heal will be enough to keep him topped up, and he will be able to get himself out. They're thinking about going in. They'll find the dagger onto Lil. Cooldown as well. Maybe they can kill this Visage. This will be big because Lil's had a fantastic game so far. They will find the kill. Mega kill streak here for Necroman.
FNG.
Oh, they're going to try and look for more as Phobos and Illidan going in on to come with me. The Birds chasing him down as well. Sing Sing still looking for that Rubik. They've got the tower down in the mid lane. And Sing Sing does jump forward, finds the kill onto Rubik. Illidan and Phobos, can they do anything about this? G's trying to find Sing Sing as well as he backs off into the jungle. Sing Sing wants to go back in here. He's got the rest of the side of Burden United. And a nice hook shot forward, but it's blocked by the Birds. And actually, Paris getting silenced up. He's going to go down here. Can't get anything off in this fight. He'll fall. Now Illidan, can he find anything? He hasn't got any points here in the Frost Arrows. So all he'll be able to do is just tickle Necroman as he backs off down the lane. Pretty even engagement there between the sides. If anything, favouring VP, managing to find that clockwork pick off at the end of it.
That was a really awkward hook shot from Paris. He was just like, I don't know who he even wanted to hit, because that was like really off of no matter what target he wanted to go for. I guess they only had a little bit of high ground vision though. Their wards on the other side of the river.
I think it was Phoenix standing there, but even if he gets him, he gets fly out or egg.
Yeah, exactly.
And he went so deep, like there was no follow-up on that.
Fortification will come out here in the mid lane, but this is the problem. If you just take even a slightly unfavourable engagement against VP, VP are going to be able to push so damn hard. Paris trying to get himself positioned up with his shackle shot onto Sing Sing in the cooldown onto G and Illidan. Illidan getting low, had to back himself up. Now Sing Sing jumping forward. They will be able to put the Aegis on, and he looks for a supernova again, but the eggs are just not happening for VP. Illidan, he's going to get caught up by the slow from Sing Sing's dagger. Sing Sing will take a shackle shot, but it won't latch. They're both being silenced up. They're thinking about trying to fight back into this one. Lil, he wants to go into this, and he's going to find the Grave Chill on to come with me. Maybe they can bring down the Enchantress, and they certainly will there with the soul assumption from Lil. Again, a 1-for-1, and I don't know about this Phoenix hasn't been having a great time in these team fights. With the level 1 Supernova, I guess he's able to provide a little bit of a distraction, but he is just throwing his life away every time.
It's not really the best Phoenix play, I think, that we've seen so far, but it's good enough. Like, they get the tier 2 tower really quickly. They traded their Aegis, at least, for a favorable engagement, so it wasn't too bad. They forced Sing to buy back, then they're pushing mid-tier 1. Roshan's going to be up in around 5 minutes, and I think before that time, VP will be able to easily push the safe lane tier 1. And then all of a sudden, that puts a lot of pressure on Burden to make sure they're positioned properly for that Roche, because like Ape Mother was saying, if you get that as VP, you're in such good shape.
Yeah, that's what we want to do. Like, basically, if you play this draft, you want to get the second Roche and go finish the game with that.
Yeah.
That's like that should be your best timing with like Aga Visage, maybe even a Solar Crest. And just high ground with the draw and the birds. Maybe you don't even have to put the draw on the high ground.
VP, they get a tier 1 here. As going to be the two little golems finding each other there from either side. And come with me, draws a ward. Shackle shot thrown out by G will not connect onto anything. Come with me now with the Nature's Intentons, trying to back himself away and will get himself out of this one. Do VP want to stick around and fight this? Burn United certainly look like they want to. There's going to be a hookshot on Tiller's storage. The cooldown will catch FNG. It's been stolen. There's going to be a cooldown in return from VP. They do bring down the Rubik. They'll lose Jara and they lose the Clockwork. Sing Sing's still alive, trying to clean up here on the PA. Has to back up on Miners, but the Shackle, it's killing them. Sing Sing getting low. Will be able to jump out, but it doesn't matter. He goes down as well. It's a full team wipe on the side of Burning United. And that double damage rune for G there really helping out in the latter stage of that team fight.
The Shackle wasn't too bad either.
It's insane. They didn't even use the egg on Phobos. He's like, whatever, I'm not gonna egg anymore. I don't want to die. It's like...
It's like a taunt, really. Like when you egg, it's like you're pretty much saying, if you don't land Fire Spirits on like everyone, you're just a goner.
Yeah, I think he went a bit too deep as well. Like Paris, when he hookshotted on the mid tower.
Yeah.
DK Phobos just does the counterplay and just eggs inside their base or something.
Could be legit.
A bit too deep, I'd say.
It was never too
like
deep.
here, he was in the tier 2, I think. Inside the cogs, egging alone.
Now on the Visage, after the point booster, has decided to finish up the Solar Crest rather than trying to go for that full-on Aghanims. I mean, does that just show to you that the VP want to finish it now and maybe feel that the Aghanims isn't going to even come because they feel that they can end the game soon enough?
I think it's nice against teams with heroes like PA, for example, who are really relying on being able to toe-to-toe at this point. Like, it's kind of one of those heroes where you jump in and you want to get like a lucky crit or two and get the kill.
Necroman, he might get caught out here. There's a wraparound coming from G who will not find the Shackle shot there, unluckily, for himself.
I think he wants Solar Crest before because he's kind of low level. He's on level 10. And he doesn't want Aga until like 11. But he's going to be 11 soon, I guess. But
yeah. I don't know, I think Solar Crest is still amazing.
Yeah,
like for high grounding, it's so good. You can even put it on creeps and they tank the tower a lot better.
He's going Silver Edge.
Yeah, against the PA.
Oh my god. And Enchantress.
Oh, he's so close to having that finished up as well. Just about 100 gold away from picking up that recipe on top of the Satch.
That actually makes PA so much worse against Drow lineups, being able to buy Silver Edge. Because normally buying MKB is
bottom lane. Paris will get a hookshot off, but he's been found out by FNG and Phobos. They'll bring him down. Sing Sing does now have the completed Battle Fury on the PA.
That's huge though.
It's a good timing, yeah. But it's more about how much room is he going to have to farm with it. Because it's already 20 minutes in, and VP are looking at another Roshan in less than 2 minutes. Yeah. I don't know if the Battle Fury is necessarily going to be too fight-winning for them, unless for some reason VP are like stacked up as 5, which I don't really see happening with their lineup.
And we see at the moment there are a couple of dire wards on the side of the Radiant's jungle as well. So if Sing Sing does back up to look to clear up the camps, VP are going to have very, very good tabs on how he's progressing in terms of items.
It's really still kind of a close game. VP, the real test is Roshan and high ground. That's kind of where all Drow lineups either pass or fail, more or less. Because there is the possibility for Burden to win like one really big engagement, and then Sing gets like another item on top of his Battle Fury, and all of a sudden he becomes a really big threat. Yeah,
because this VP lineup is gonna fall off eventually, so they're kind of on a timer to win the game. So yeah, next Roshan is probably their peak, and that's where they should win the game if they.
Oh man.
Gonna.
Silver Edge and Aghanims at the same time.
God. So a DD rune on G as well.
Holy lord. Okay, so if he uses Silver Edge on Sing, this is a hero who went pretty much treads Battle Fury. He will instantly die.
Yeah, it's like 3 hits.
Yeah, it's like 3 or 4 hits max, and he's a goner. Because the break and the Silver Edge hit always land, right? So you get the bonus damage as well.
Yeah.
My god.
It's 4 seconds, right?
Yeah. That's plenty of time.
No, it's...
Wait, yeah, 4 seconds to break.
Reduction duration 5?
5.
Maim duration 4.
Oh yeah, it is 5 seconds. The break is 5 seconds.
Right.
The main is 4.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
That's insane.
Do they want to fight into this one? Illidan going in with the Silver Edge, but there are 4 members on the side of Burn United. Maybe if they can catch out Sing, and here we go with the Silver Edge. Goodbye, Invasion.
Oh my god.
That's Sing Sing getting destroyed by Lil and Illidan.
I think this is another reason why the earlier fighting build might be favorable. Because if you just get enough health to live through burst on PA during the early game, like you're only playing against what, like you get a power shot, a soul assumption, maybe a fade bolt. Like if you just...
And the dots from Phoenix.
Yeah. But I don't think the Phoenix really wanted to move that much during like early laning phase. So you might have been able to get away with fighting, but maybe
Drums Aquila gives you so many stats.
Yeah. But that just showcased maybe even getting a BKB, like what's that going to do for him? Like he's still going to get wrecked by right clicks because of the silver edge. As long as VP are good about
they've got a
focus.
shackle on to come with me. G will bring him down. Paris hook shots in, pops the cogs out, and will walk away. That'll be the cogs stolen there by FNG.
I don't actually know what Burden are supposed to do.
Because he almost has Ags on Visage.
I don't think they can contest Roshan. Like there's no way.
It's been like 4 minutes and he's farmed 2.5k gold.
And he's got a mango.
That's insane.
Roshan going down
happened,
very
man?
quickly. And I mean, Burden, this was not in any position to contest this one.
I think we're looking at a Visage ban next game. That's what I think.
Yeah, I don't see a point not to do it because it's very much their comfort zone to play this kind of drafts.
Yeah. I actually feel like Burden drafted a team that could have won against this, but it's not easy to do. That's the problem.
I don't think we've seen a single relocate like into a pickoff or anything.
No, they're way too scared to fight.
Yeah.
Like as soon as they end up taking a few skirmishes and VP get like that fight in the woods, I think was where they decided, okay, now we're just like screwed because we just lost our entire team. G with the DD and 6 shackles there. I don't know. This is really, really tough for Burden right now.
I mean, Chandra's high ground is pretty good because he has poked him with the.
He doesn't have
impetus.
Aga though.
Yeah, it's true, but and Clockwork, he has cut him off with the cogs in the middle of the ramp, stuff like that. They don't really have a defensive support to save. They can just lift the clock, I guess, with the Rubik instantly.
Yeah.
But yeah,
what does the Rubik have right now?
he has an Ag and he's on Visage flying out.
Oh, he has Vlad's. Okay, he just bought that. Yeah, okay. I thought he might go Blink, but I guess Vlad's is better for the ending the game strategy, especially since it works on range now. It's like super good.
Maybe even Glimmer this game.
Yeah.
There we go. Here's the push from the side of VP.
Just putting it on the creep. Make a tank.
There'll be a fortification coming out from the side of Burden United, but can they do anything to stop this? The dagger's just been thrown out by Sing Sing onto Illidan. Cordan now will be dropped. Illidan's just going to stand there for the time being. Now he'll back himself off with the silver edge, maybe looking to double back in on someone. The shackle shot. Oh, it's caught Enchantress, and the Gyrocopter coming with me going down very quickly. He will be kept alive by Minuts here. There's going to be Paris hook shotting in, but he just gets destroyed by the lineup of VP. Necroman's popped the BKB, but he just can't fight into this damage. And now with that space created, VP, they're going to be able to break the base in terms of the tier 3, and they're probably going to be able to take the full set of racks here in the mid lane from the side of Burden United. As look at the damage that's being done.
I don't ever think I've seen a Clockwork die that fast. He evaporated. Like, I don't even know.
Oh, why not?
Why not? There's going to be a bit of aggression from Burden United. They're trying to fight in. Necroman going forward with the Rocket Barrage is going to be held in place by the Telekinesis, and he will go down. That's Jaro down. That's going to be Come With Me on the Enchantress falling as well. Neither heroes with buyback available. They might even find Sing Sing. He's able to get himself away with the Phantom
laser.
Oh, the second shot. The lasers kill one. It might find the second as well. Lil cleans it up. Double kill for both Lil and DK Phobos at the end of that. 26 for 15 between the sides of VP and Burden United. I think you got to ban the Visage, boys.
I think it's like the good call as well, just because some teams have this mentality of if we played better, our draft could have won, which is not, it's not wrong, but I think you're making it harder on yourself by not banning the hero. And I think that's the mentality that you should adopt is let's make it as easy as we can during the draft so that way our team is easy to execute. Like there's nothing wrong with picking a team that just face rolls.